Hello, Noble.
Hello.
Hello.
We got that other 5. He's back. All right, kick him quick.
No, I think we have to keep him for a little bit longer than 5 minutes to get that 10-star rating.
Yeah, well, like, what can I say, man? People love me. Someone's got it.
Yeah. Someone has to look at all the pictures and go, ooh, ah.
Yeah.
Because I looked at the TWAB, and I would say read, but it was more like looking at, watching the slideshow go by.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, this is a parody week. This is like what known issues, and then how much Destiny we have played. So I guess we need to talk about things, and I'm going to roll those titles that are non-Christmas because we're after Christmas and New Year, and we'll come back and talk stuff. Destiny stuff, obviously.
Of course.
More or less.
Welcome to the Two Titans and a Hunter Destiny 2 podcast, a show dedicated to bringing you the latest intel, the mightiest news, and the boldest opinions from the farthest reaches of the Sol system. Whether you're a bright-eyed new Guardian fresh from the Cosmodrome or a battle-hardened veteran of the Red War, this is your Destiny destination. We'll arm you with tips, tricks, and tower-worthy tools to help you triumph, thrive, and revel in the glory of the fight. So without further ado, let's get on with the show.
So, welcome to the show. Noble is back by popular demand, forcing himself on us because he's like, do you want me to come? I go, yeah, you want to come on? And then he goes, do you really want me to come on? Yeah, come on the show. Even up to the point of like 5 minutes ago, I've looked back and gone, there's another message from him like, what do you want, Noble? Do you really want me? I was like, yes, Noble, come on the show and talk some Destiny.
Well, like, I don't like to just appear.
Why not?
Someone has to talk Destiny. Someone has to have played this week for more than 5 minutes because the work isn't kicking their butt.
Well, I mean,
somebody did say they were going to come and play with me this week, and then they had issues at home and couldn't come and kind of play with me. So I'll let you off, Noble.
I did get on. It was just too late for you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I only had like about 40 minutes. So I was like, I've got to go and collect the kids. So I might as well just finish what I'm doing and then turn it off. Because, otherwise I'll get stuck into kind of doing something that's long, and then you'll be stuck with like looking for somebody else that isn't around. And, that's the way it went this week.
Yeah.
I was on for a little bit. And then Blue got on like 10 minutes before I had to go to work. So I chatted with him for a few minutes and then was like, well, now I have to go disappear and be an adult again. Yeah. He did remind me that is why they pay me. So, I mean, I guess that's a good enough reason. But it'd be much more fun to be paid for just playing video games and watching movies and hanging out. But
why is he talking sense?
I don't know.
He's a horrible man, is he?
He does that sometimes, and I don't care for it.
Yeah. It's what they pay you for. Shh, stop making me adult.
And then even Destiny pulled a switch on me. I saw that the Martlet was up this week in trials, so maybe I can go try to drag 2 other people there and get some Martlet drops. And then they swapped the map because apparently it wasn't giving out special ammo because you have been bad and don't deserve it. And they swapped the weapon over to the Astral Horizon. So now
why'd they do that?
I mean, the map swapped fine. Like, are the weapons tied to the map, guys? Are they? I mean, I know we had the Martlet up like a couple weeks ago, but why would you not give me more? Anybody who wants an Astral Horizon at this point has an Astral Horizon buddy. Trust me, they've got one if they want one. The Martlet, though, I would like to have another one, but no, apparently not this week. Bad time.
Well, I did spend, like, the beginning of this week, I was joking with Noble, but I literally spent about 4 hours clearing my vault because there was no way I was going to be able to get on and play at all this week because I'd filled it up with everything from the Dawning. And I wish I'd taken a screenshot. My vault said 1,000 out of 1,000, and each postmaster had gone up to 21 out of 21. I was in panic stations because I thought, if I log on to the game's going to give me something else somewhere else, and it's just going to go wrong. So I had to sit on dim for like 4 hours, and I mean, I'm not exaggerating because I was I've looked up some videos of like the god rolls and so many different things, and I'll stick some in the show notes. But it was like, well, this is my god roll and this is my god roll, and then I was like, I know what I want, but you are speaking some kind of sense, and I want to kind of replace some of the older weapons that I've got, and if they look similar to those old 2.0 version weapons, then yes, I will kind of delete those as well and kind of clear out my vault a little bit more. So I was kind of doing that. But I was looking to like plus 40 of each roll of these weapons. So like that Fimbulwinter Snitch, the what else was there? There's the I can't remember I've now cleared them all down. Minstrel Lift and the Permafrost. I had 40 plus of each of those. Plus, I'd been getting those other drops, and I think I was talking to you about those last week. Like, I had Gizmo Wefts, I had the Nox Side Rail 4, I had loads of Riptides. There was a couple of the Duty Bounds. There were because you can go through now. I'm like, they're all the red weapons because last season we had all the blue weapons. So because they're tier 5, they've got those nice shiny things. They do stick out in the vault. Hawthorne's Field Forward Shotgun. Couple of those, and just like going through and kind of going, well, okay, I like this kind of gameplay out of this weapon, and I'm looking for something like this, but you're telling me that this is a god roll. And I found a really cool grenade launcher. It's the Motif 41, and I had one that had
that's the one that looks like a sidearm.
That's the area of denial one.
Yes, it is. It's the aerial denial one. So
it may look like sidearm.
It's short and dumpy. But I think it's the. It looks.
Stop it, my line.
Short and dumpy. I don't know why that tickles me so much, but it does.
All the pictures that I've seen of you two, you're quite big. So don't say short and dumpy. You two would tower over me.
You're a hobbit.
I am a hobbit. So yeah, it's the aerial denial frame. So burst fire grenade launcher. Each projectile creates a lightning, a lingering pool of impact that deals damage over time. And I had one with incandescent, so defeating target spreads the scorch. So I was literally just firing off one, and it was kind of just destroying everything that was kind of going towards me. So I took it to the throwaway down in the Whisper of the Worm exotic mission, and I was like, right, I'm just going to get, because this week there was a challenge to get grenade launcher kills, and that just kind of, it pours ammo at you. You can just kind of destroy all those thrall all in one go. And that challenge went really, really quickly. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. So I was kind of looking at the different roles for that. But I wanted something to go with incandescent, but they haven't really got anything in that third column that would benefit kind of more explosions and things like that. I mean, they've got threat detector, stats for all, wellspring, impulse amplifier. Heal clip was all right because that's the one I've got, heal clip and incandescent. Loose change, and auto-loading holster, but loose change might be all right. Applying an elemental debuff to a target increases the weapon's reload speed, aim down sights, or auto-loading holster. So I've still got like about 3 of those that I'm kind of working through that have got similar roles, and that's the issue that I was having with a lot of the other weapons like the Permafrost. I had ones that had like a really good role of like they had crystalline Corpensteel Bloom and the Rhyme Stealer, so getting the kill, destroying the crystals makes bigger and larger explosions with like stasis. But then I was having ones that had enhanced blast radius or reload speed, and I was like trying to get the one that I wanted to be the best. So I kind of saved like 2 or 3 of each one and then took them into the throwaway, and I was kind of testing those as well to see which one I actually preferred using. And it also depends on your builds as well. So if you've got a build that works really well with a certain type of grenade launcher, but then on a different character works completely different, and you're like, well, I now need to save like 2 or 3 of these ones. But I did manage to get my postmasters are all back down to kind of reasonable levels. I mean, they've just got some overflow bits in there, which is fine. You know, I can deal with losing those bits, but I've still got my stop gaps. I'm quite happy with those. And my vault is down to 902. So I'm still working some kinks out with the stuff that I've got.
Plenty of room for more stuff. Yeah. I've got one of those motive grenade launchers with attrition orbs and attrition orbs and auto loading holster. Yeah, I've got one with the incandescent heal clip as well. But I've been having so much fun with just the attrition orbs and the auto loading holster because I can just run around and it's ready to fire again. And then I've been running that on my Titan with the Lorelei Splendor and just setting everything ablaze. It's just been so much fun, just doing solar damage everywhere. The area denials are so much fun.
Noble?
And honestly, I've spent my entire week just chasing a new kinetic slot sniper rifle, and that's all I want. And I can't work out what I want and where I want it from.
Is that the something
the-
something?
Well, people keep suggesting that to me, but it's an aggressive frame, and I'm like, I want another rapid fire frame. I want something to replace Supremacy.
Well, you can't. Something,
Apparently.
something, or the refurbished, whatever heavy
something
one.
isn't
Or...
replaced. Something's just not working for me.
I know there's something. I again love. They called it that. I wish it was something I cared about, but
If that's something, but something that I cared about, it'd be something.
Exactly, you get it.
Yeah, I mean,
But,
I've seen that something, and I'm like, it's all right. Do I want to keep it? No, you're right.
Doesn't have that certain something I hear.
No.
It's missing a little bit of something, isn't it?
So you wanted something to replace your, what was it, Supremacy, did you say?
Yeah, I want something to replace Supremacy. And I really like the rapid fire frame. So what do I replace it with? I just don't know. But obviously, I mean, I said this a while ago, like I haven't spent a great deal of time on the game the last few months.
Yeah.
So don't even know where to go for a rapid fire frame sniper rifle. And like you Google,
But do you want one in the kinetic slot or not?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
I think if they're. I was trying to. I mean, again, my great love for sniper rifles, well known. I was trying to think what other ones we've had, and I don't. I know we've had another one that dropped last season, but I don't remember. I don't know what kind of frame it was.
There is the Desert Perpetual Raid sniper, the Lance Ephemeral, which is a rapid fire frame. That comes with bait and switch, tear, redirection, killing tally, closing time, deconstruction, elemental honing, deconstruction again, I don't know why. Hatchling, 4 times the charm, envious arsenal, lead from gold, built to blast, snapshot sights, and rewind rounds. So rewind rounds, because that was quite good on the Supremacy, wasn't it? So you'd want something like that, maybe. So yeah, you can get that one from the raid.
Not what I want to hear. But yeah.
I know there's one from the dungeon, but again, I don't know what frame it is.
There is one from the Edge of Fate campaign called the Shoreline Dissonant. I think it's Dissonant. Yeah, that's the word.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a void one.
That's almost kinetic.
I did treat that. But I don't know. I don't know what I just don't know what I want, to be honest.
Well, you've got one. You've got one that you'd have to go into the Desert Perpetual to get. Maybe you could find a team, do a bit of LFGing.
I'm going to have to. So depressing. I hate LFGing things.
Oh, well, I mean, the good news is that it's in the loot pool for the first encounter.
That's handy.
Yeah.
It means I could just farm the first encounter.
You could, if you do the first encounter and then reset it, first encounter, reset it, you might have a chance of getting it. You also have the Antidate submachine gun and the Intercalary auto rifle. Encounter 2 is the Finite Maybe and the When and Where rocket launcher, that fusion rifle rocket launcher. And then you've got the combat bow in the third encounter and then the Whirling Ovation from the fourth. So yeah, there's chances.
This stuff
Yeah.
I could use. I could just start using an exotic one and replace my heavy, I suppose. I could just use a heavy sword, couldn't I? No.
Mm-hmm. Those are dropping
So
like candy.
There's so many things I could do. I just don't know what I want to do.
That's always the question.
Yeah, but that's been my week, has been working out what I want where. And to be honest, it confuses my brains and it hurts my brains. And then my brains go, just stop. And
I think the problem does come down to the lack of people being on at the times that we kind of used to play, because you always kind of just got on and somebody would be doing something and you wouldn't have to think about it, would you? You'd be like, oh, let's go and do this. And then things would drop and you'd be able to just play and enjoy it. And then if you go, oh, I've learned about something over here, let's go and do this. And then everybody would kind of go over there and do that. But it's a lot harder being a solo player now, kind of trying to figure out what, where and how kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not here to self-direct. I'm here just to go say, what are we doing? Take me where I need to go. I will murder things. I will participate. It'll all be good.
Yeah.
I'm not here to make decisions.
that is very much what I want these days. Just tell Go over there and kill that, and you'll get one of these. And I'm like, fantastic. Yep, that's where I'm going then.
I mean, what do you guys think about this whole challenges that we've now got, the weekly and the daily kind of things? Because I still feel that I'm being pushed towards do a lot more kind of portal stuff, and I don't want to do the portal stuff. I don't mind doing. There's one that says you have to have done 50 of those orders in a week, and I'm quite happy with that because that goes. You can either do whatever you want to kind of do with that and just kind of play the game, and most of them kind of tick over, and just as you're playing, they kind of filter through, and then you can always re-roll if you don't like the ones that you're doing, or if you're doing something else that doesn't kind of correspond with what you're doing. If you're paying attention, you can re-roll them and kind of get that going pretty quick. Or you could just spend 20 minutes in the throwaway, knocking it out and just getting it all done and dusted. But there's a couple of those like weekly orders that go, right, we want you to go into portal activities and we want you to clear 7 of B+. And I'm like, do I really want to do that? No, I want to go and play the Renegade stuff. Why can't it be you can either do the portal stuff or you can do the Renegade stuff? Go be an invader and kill 2 people and do that like 5 times. Let's try that. I don't like being kind of told that I have to do that. Just give me an option of this or that, or this, that, or there, just to get those done. I'm not liking you've got to go and kind of do 7 of these like B+ things in the portal. I mean, it's fine if you're playing the portal stuff, but if you don't want to kind of do the portal stuff, it's like, really? How do you guys feel?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of with you. I mean, the orders are great because again, they just cycle through. I don't really have to think about them. I can look at them periodically and see if there's, if I'm not playing PvP right now, or if it's or if I'm doing something that's like go get finishers. I'm like, well, I'm not going to get finishers in what I'm doing. Let me swap that one out. Like the orders are so nice compared to the bounties. Like I'm really enjoying the whole order system. Yeah. But I'm also with you going, I'm just not really doing a lot of the portal stuff. Like I've done a couple of arena runs. Like I said, I spent a big chunk of last week gilding my Gambit title because I was just like, I just want to turn my brain off and use these new weapons that I've been collecting and see what I like and get that done. And also I like making that number tick up. But yeah, the portal stuff just still doesn't really excite me. And again, it's the same things we've been doing 1,000 times. So I've just been, now post-dawning trying to hang out in the Lawless Frontier and also play a little bit of PvP and get some more peculiar charms to drop. I need to spend a little bit of time in competitive doing my 7 games to get some more of those SMGs because they're good fun with their little like pulse rifle shooting style. But yeah, just the portal still is not where I want to spend my time. It's just not. It's still not that interesting.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the portal. I still think there's everything revolves around the portal too much, and I still think there's a lack of stuff in there to do. I mean, it's expanded, it's got a little bit better, but it's still quite boring.
Yeah, it's still quite limiting. I mean, it's even, I don't think I've touched solo ops more than like 2 or 3 runs because I'm not here to play this massive multiplayer online game alone. And still just the number of things that are match made is just nowhere near where I want to see it for, again, a game that you can go and get online and play with other people. And, even if there's not people I know on to play with, I'm still not going to go do solo activities. I will go do something with with blueberries, with match made people. Yeah. I'm glad the arena ops they added at least as an option. Yeah. But even some of that, like the catch crash stuff, like I think I've failed more of those than I've passed because just we're not working as a team, or again, like there's nothing to teach you the mechanics. So it's like you either played that season and know what you're doing, or you don't, and there's no real middle ground. So you're just sort of rolling the dice on, am I with people who sort of know what we're doing, or can the rest of us kind of drag you all through and not run out of revive tokens to the point where we can get a completion out of it. So I mean, I think there's still some work to be done on just bringing the fun back to the portal and taking that lever from super competitive back to you just want to hop online and have a good time.
Yeah.
It's like games are meant to be fun.
Yeah, it's lost that aspect, doesn't it? Really, the fact of that, like this is a game. This is meant for people's downtime. This is not meant for people to be sat punching themselves in the head repeatedly because I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have
Yeah.
to do that. I'm going to have to do it repeatedly. I do like the fact that, like obviously now you can go and you can run the stupid Star Wars stuff, the bounty hunts or whatever they are. You can go and run those and they will just, they just throw stuff at you at a ridiculous rate.
Yeah, truly.
But the problem is they become so tediously boring also.
Yeah. The dungeon, I love that it's farmable. Like I said, I was able to get on with Conan and Blue the other day, and we just ran that first encounter with the 3 feats on over and over and over and over again. Like, didn't have to switch characters, didn't have to think about whose characters got this, how can we run this, if I'm running this, am I even getting loot from it? We were just able to farm it. Like I've probably spent more time in the dungeon than I have doing a lot of the portal stuff, because it's fun, it's enjoyable. And again, you need a team for that, basically. Unless you don't need a team, but for most of us, you need a team if you're expecting to have any kind of success with it. As we are not sword wielding esoteric level gods.
The other reason that you need a team for it is that I'm guessing that Blue's played it a bit more than you or whoever the fire team leader was to put on those feats. Because if I go in by myself, I only have 1 feat unlocked because I've only completed it the one time. So you have needed to have completed it several times to unlock the various different unlocks, to unlock all the different feats, so that you can then put them on. So if you're playing as a solo player, or you're playing with a team that has only done it like the once, you don't get the chance to unlock, to get the feats, to then get the possibility of getting the tier 4s and the tier 5s. You do need to have done it several times to unlock it. And that's the problem that I've got, is that I've done it the once with Noble, and then I've tried it, trying to do it solo, and that's it. Because when I've been on, I haven't LFG'd, I could probably LFG, but I'm like, well, if there's nobody on, I'll kind of go off and do this, and then I'll come back and see if somebody's there, and then I look at my clock and I go, well, I could go off and do something else and come back, and I'm like, but that's the problem that I've got. And with the solo ops thing, last season I used to do the creations on the solo ops, the one on
Europa.
The one on Europa, because it was really quick, and I didn't hear anybody else talk about it, because I was running the sniper rifle, I was running a sword, and I was running something else like a scout rifle, and I could stand on that first plate and just tank all that damage, and the ads would just spawn in and just completely keep spawning in. And sometimes I would use it to kind of do like spawn kills, or like farm the kills and do different things with the kills in that area, because they would just constantly spawn in. Or I could just kind of stand on the thing with my sword, block everything, then go on to the next section, and then I could sniper all those crystals from that top platform, and then all I'd have to worry about is getting to that other door, which I could do by walking half the way, and then I would tangle myself around the corner away from everything else shooting at me. And then the boss was pretty quick and easy. They've changed it this season, which is really annoying me, because I thought initially at the beginning of the season with the orders and things, I could go in there and farm the kills in there. But after a while, the enemies stop spawning in, and they only do a certain amount of enemies. And I'm like, I'm just standing there like with an emote going, well, this is
what now?
It. Yeah. So I kill all the enemies, get, halfway through an order, and I'm like, okay, I'll continue through the mission. And I used to be able to just snipe the crystals with one shot from the No Land Beyond, or New Land Beyond. And now it takes 3 shots. And I'm like, why have you changed that? What is that?
I noticed yesterday, because I did it yesterday, and I noticed yesterday, it does take a lot of shots now to get rid of one of those crystals.
Yeah, it was one shot, and that wasn't even building up that master stat. That was just like one shot with each one. And the first one that you kind of jumped down to, I'm standing on top of it with a sniper rifle. It still took 3 shots. I'm like, really? I'm standing right here. I can throw my sword at it, and the sword kills it with one shot, but I have to be close enough to kind of throw the sword at it. And I'm like, oh, really? Why have we changed this? Because that was the beauty of that. I didn't have to jump down, dodge all those kind of moving laser fields. I could just stand at the top, shoot. You can literally shoot all 11 of those crystals from that top platform.
Yep.
And then just jump down and then avoid the laser walls to get around the corner. And that's all done, dusted. It was very quick. And I used to use that as a kind of quick one of getting the +B thing, like doing the whatever's.
Yeah. Yeah. Clearing something with a proper level of success for it to give you the points on. Yeah.
So yeah, I was a bit upset with that then, and I thought I'd mention it because I didn't know if anybody else had kind of noticed it, but I'm glad you had, Nodal.
Yeah, well, I mean, I am a regular sniper user. It's part of my all the time loadout is a sniper. So I was happy to have Vanity Barrier sniper back. But then when I saw this, I was just like, well, this is this is
not
really
what we
annoying.
want. We'll give you the anti-barrier sniper. You're going to use all of it though to try to get through the barrier. You're welcome.
Yeah, well, this is it. Like they're super tight with the ammo, and then it's like, oh well, it's going to take you all your shots now as well to break a barrier. Oh, well, not a barrier, a diamond. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just like why? Like why are we making this? Why make it harder? Why make it either nerf the weapon or make those have more XP or hit points? And I'm at the point now where I just have to keep asking myself, was this done on purpose? Was this an accident? Just is there any way to know? Is it a bug? Is it a decision? Who knows? Like I don't feel confident anymore in going, well, they did this for a reason, or this was a change. It's like, was it a change or was it a whoopsie? Because
was it an accident?
Yeah, right. Choice or accident? We'll never know. I don't know. You don't know.
No.
It'd be nice to. I guess we'll see when we get to the known issues. Do they list? Hey, well, we broke all these things. We're sorry. We'll try not to break them again.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it's good to hear you've played so much this week.
I did play a little bit. I did play because, like I said, I did tell David that I was going to get on this week and have a couple of games. And I did get on and have a few games, you know what I mean? I just didn't have a great deal of time.
Yeah.
Mainly just, stupid adult responsibilities.
Yeah, it's dumb.
I hate having a adult.
People want you to do things and go places and tend to children, I hear. It seems like a lot of work.
It's overrated.
One thing that I did see a video this week from Paul Tassi. I saw an article from himself, and then he's done a video on it. I'll link it in the show notes. But he was asking the questions he has about Destiny 2 in 2026. And one of them was are we staying in the system indefinitely? And I think that was something that we thought was not going to happen. We thought when we had episode Heresy and we were going to get the Navigator set and we had the Dreadnought was coming back, and they were alluding to the fact that we were going to kind of get out of the system, but not actually saying that we were going to get out of the system and go somewhere else. And I'm not sure Keplar kind of fits that bill, because we're kind of right back in the system with Renegades. It's like, oh, we went over there, but we're now back here. And I think Paul was basically saying the same kind of thing. They've hinted at old Chicago in the expansions, and they had an opportunity to kind of maybe do a location, or just like we had when I think it was the Red War, where we landed on Phobos, and we just did that one mission on Phobos, and that was it. It was like over and done with, and we didn't go back. And it would have been nice to have something like that with old Chicago. Like, we drop in, we see some familiar locations that we saw in the Edge of Fate, but now we're kind of not there. Just teasing the fact that maybe this is coming and there will be a location, and having like an actual location that we can kind of go to and do public events and not the bounties, but the things that are in the ground.
Oh, the patrol missions.
That's it, the patrol missions. The things that are in the ground.
Woo, I remember the thing.
You did. Well done. Were you pretending you weren't on the show at that point?
Yeah,
I was thinking, I can't remember the last time I went to a planet at this point.
That is the disappointing thing, though, isn't it? When you get them now, you get this planet, and then it's cool. I've finished the story. What good's the planet?
Yeah. It's still there, I suppose, but yeah, why?
Yeah,
I mean, Keplar's there, and Keplar has sort of patrol things that you can kind of go and do, but it's mainly just to update your matter spark, and then once you've kind of done that, it's like, what do I need to go back here for?
The hand cannon that's absolutely horrible.
Yeah, go get
the exotic one that you need to do that
no one got, or go run the same mission over, the same missions over and over and over again to get your drops up to the proper tier. Now that I'm never going to go do. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. Like I would like to get like a Giver's Blessing at tier 5 and stuff to drop for me, but not enough to go replay those over and over and over again to get there. I just
Nope.
Kepler's dead to me. Like I keep looking at it, going, "Oh yeah, you're there. I suppose you exist." Never going back to it. Never. Just it's not enjoyable, especially again now with the hindsight of having more things in the game and having Kepler going, I don't want to be a stupid ball. I don't want to roll around. I just don't. None of this seems interesting to me. I do not want to go replay this.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing I've been doing slowly is when there's been nobody on, I'm like, okay, I've done all my orders things. I'm just going to slowly go through the campaign with my other characters. So I've been slowly kind of doing that with my Warlock and gradually getting her through completing that. And then I'll move on to the Hunter. And it's like, I'll just do a mission and then come out kind of thing. But with the Edge of Fate, I'm like, I can't even bring myself to try doing it on my other characters. And I just like, it's flashing at me when I log on for Renegades. And I'm like, no, I'd like to. I tried. I think I did with the Warlock the first mission. I was like, no, I'm okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm powerful enough to do this. Like I'm not worried about dying. It's not too hard. It's just, a couple times I've started one and just like we were running across half the world to get to where the mission is to start it. I'm going like, by the time I get there and I get into it, I'm just like, I don't want to do this. Like I don't, I would rather go turn the game off or go play something else than do this again.
And it's gone past the time of like you going through and doing the mission by yourself solo and getting your character through it and then going back with your friends and going, let's do this together, because the friends aren't there to do it. They've done it on their character and they can't bring themselves to go back to it either. So it's like nobody wants to kind of do it unless they're a masochist. Right. I don't think. There's
no one, and there's no one to like to run through it with the first time. There's no one who stepped away is going, hey, I need to get through this because I think that's how I replayed a lot of this in the past. Is people would who had stepped away from the game or had responsibilities or whatever. And it's like, oh, hey, now I'm back and now I need to run through this. Can you guys run me through this? Great, love to. But and
you'd grab your old character and you'd run back through it with them. Like, I know what I'm doing.
A pool of people have dried up, and now it's just like, well, even then, like I run through it, and I spend more time looking for the stupid little vent I need to crawl through, or the little hole. Like it's not the mission itself. It's not any of the combat or the jumping or anything. I spend I've had to pull up videos to go, okay, clearly I'm missing where I need to roll with this stupid ball. Where is it? And I've been here for 15 minutes and Bungie's never going to show me. They're never going to put a little indicator going, it's over here. Or they will, but then it's so bad that you roll in a direction and then it points you back the direction you came. You're like, no, it's not that way. I just came from that way.
Yeah.
Or you jump forward and you go to the left and it's like, that's exactly where I was looking. Thank you. That little ball has the same sort of tracking for movement as the Titan Mr. Krabs melee.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Yeah. Like I get so frustrated with that stupid ball. And like even when I was running through it with the Warlock the second time before I just gave up with it, I was just like, I'm going to look up where to go because I just can't be bothered to look around to find the tiny vent or the tiny crevice, even though I've done this sometimes a couple of times. Just cannot find it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, this is not a puzzle game. I'm not here to unlock the secrets of Keplar. I just want to run through this stupid thing to get the loot. I'm not here to discover all the secrets of Keplar. Guess what? There are no secrets of Keplar.
No, there's absolutely no secrets because they're all on YouTube for you to watch. It's fine.
You can be a ball, you can roll around. There's no great secrets to uncover. It's just, you want to play the same thing 17 times? You can. Here you go.
I think sometimes though the problem is if you haven't done the campaign on Kepler, you get to the point of going through like doing the solo ops, and if you've got a character that hasn't done like turning into a ball, you have to run through those different areas on Caldera. It's like, oh, really? This is a solo op, so why can't we pretend like I've gone through it and done it? It's like, nope, you don't have access to that ability. It's like, really? Seriously?
You never learn what this is. You couldn't talk to those people you spent all that time with in the ship. Nope, you never speak to them. Nope. Never share any information. Never share any learning. Nope, you're brand new here.
So one of the other questions he's got is what will happen to the portal? And I think we've talked the portal to death, but I think it's something that is still going to be viable, and it's something that they're not going to drop because it's in the game now. It might slowly kind of be phased out, but it also might slowly be increased upon. And I think that's the way that they're going to go, is just they're still going to use the portal as the main thing, maybe for the next year or two. And then if it's still not working, then maybe phase it out. Or like I suggested last week, kind of integrate the stuff that was in the world into the portal, and then the stuff that was in the portal, like Keplar and Renegades, when we get the new expansions, into that world map, because you don't need the Crucible, you don't need the Vanguard thing there, because you've got your Vanguard alerts and you've got Crucible in the portal. It doesn't need to kind of you're messing things up, and we did speak about it last week. So I think we should just skip over that one, unless Noble's got something else he wants to add.
No, I don't know, because otherwise we'll just be here forever ranting about
it. So the other question he's got is what will happen to Tier 5 loot? Because Bungie have basically opened Pandora's box with the Tier 5 loot, because once you get to 500, 550, literally everything that you get, apart from like the dungeon or the raid, if you're not adding those feats on, are dropping at Tier 5. Like I said at the beginning, I spent 4 hours going through Tier 5 loot that I got to drop in the Dawning, and it was just so hard with all those different combinations that you can kind of go through. And I'm like, well, this one says this one's a god roll, this one says this one's a god roll. They're not special anymore. Tier 5s aren't special. I mean, they are special, but they're not as special as what they used to be. And it's the same. No. I feel it's the same problem that we had when we went from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2 with the exotics. And exotics in Destiny 1 were so sacred, and it was so amazing to get a drop. And it was this, you felt amazed that, you managed to do like 20 Vault of Glasses and you finally got your Vex to drop. And now it's like, yeah, I've got another exotic. I mean, I'm stacked with exotic engrams, and I'm like, I'll save them, because if I need a roll of an exotic armor piece, I've got them there to kind of throw at Rahul to see if I can get the stats that I want and the distribution. I mean, how do you guys feel with the Tier 5 loot?
I'll let you know when I start getting it.
I mean, Tier 5 has become everything else in my vault. It's basically the default thing. I mean, again, I've got lower tier stuff that I'm still using from Keplar, because even though I'm, finally made it to 550 after all this time, and I'm getting Tier 5 from everywhere else, the biggest frustration I find with the Tier 5 loot is it's still frustrating to understand what endgame activity will give you what loot. Going into the dungeon and going, I'm basically an endgame player. I've done all the things. I'm at the power level, and I'm still getting Tier 2 drops. Oh, I'm going back to Keplar, and I'm still getting Tier 2 and 3 drops because you haven't done, the proper tiers in that location. Like the inconsistency. And again, I mean, this was the same, problem people were having, day one in the raid, going, hey, I've done this raid, I'm at the level, and you're giving me lower tiered stuff, and I should be getting higher tier stuff. Just I want to go into an activity and understand what I'm going to get from it, and not have to play the guessing game of, okay, well, you can get the Tier 5 stuff, but you have to do this. And because everything else throws, I mean, the Dawning has thrown, hundreds of Tier 5 things at me at this point, and they're all the same. Like, when everything is Tier 5, nothing is Tier 5. It's all just there. It's like, great, now I've got this pile of stuff to go through. It's just replaced, without the season over season progression like they had originally planned. Now everything is just at the top level all the time. So why would I care about the rest of it?
Yeah, what they've done is replace a system that they were like that. Yeah, no, but you see, the problem is you've just become too complacent with it, with a system that is just the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
just slightly more complicated.
Yeah, took you longer to get there. Yeah, took you longer to get there, and then remove the reset. And again, I'm not upset that they removed, the power grind every new season. There was part of me that was kind of looking forward to it, honestly, going from 10 up to whatever again, or at least making feeling like I was making some progression. But I mean, obviously, it needed it couldn't stay the way it was when they launched it, Edge of Fate. But I was kind of looking forward to just having some kind of progression season over season, other than just, hey, you're Tier 5, 550 again, or wherever you ended up. now just go play the game again. Okay, well, it feels just like it did before. Other than now I feel compelled to use the tiered loot because it does more damage and provide, the tiered armor gives me the damage resistance. Like, I feel compelled to use the new stuff, but I don't know. Yeah, it's the same problem all over again.
Yeah, it's Clyde brought this up, I think, on a TikTok that I kind of flicked past, but I completely agree. It's like, and I said this beforehand, I wasn't sure of them removing the power grind because that was one of the things that kept players coming back. And even though we moaned about it, or not me personally, but players moaned about it, like, oh, we don't want to come back and have to grind power. It's like, but we started the season at 550. How many people are still playing? They've probably done enough to get their dungeon stuff done. They've got the god tiers of the weapons that they want, and they're off playing other games. Whereas before, there was enough interest to keep players to keep playing and help other players get to that point because they were still kind of playing. It wasn't like immediately you log on and you're at the power level. There was some kind of grind to it. And yeah, it seems to be missing that. And I don't want to say I told you so, but it did mention it before we kind of went into this Renegades at 550. I mean, I'm quite happy that everything's dropping at 550 for me, or around that. Some of them drop at 540, and I don't know why. But like, and the tiered system, I'm getting tiered 5s for, like you said, the majority of things if I've got the right box checked for that location. But it's like,
Yeah, I mean, Bungie built this whole system based on there being a progression and based on there being some kind of climb every season, and then we took that out, because everyone moaned about it. But so now we're stuck in another position of, well, they made a lot of assumptions based on what this progression was going to look like that's now gone. So of course we're sort of bored that there's nothing that you took away the big chase at the beginning of every season, and now we're going, well, there's nothing to do. Well, they're like, well, you moaned about the thing we gave you to do, so we took it away, which made you happy in the short term, and then now in the long term, you're unhappy again. Like, of course, of course, this is where we are. I don't want to have to do the chase. I don't want to do the thing. Like, then don't. Yes, you're unhappy now. Like when Ash and Iron started and when Renegade started, it would have been nice to see. It would have been nice to get reset to do that climb again, just to be able to make that comparison, to say, look at how much this has changed. Look at how much better this is now than what we had before. Because it has. They've put a ton of work into making this better and improving it. And yeah, it's just, some days, I mean, for all of Bungie's problems, I kind of wish that maybe we would get to see the game that Bungie wanted to give us versus the one that they've had to frantically change because they're a live service game and needed to stay in business. So now we have the altered version because too many people moaned about this, so they changed this and that, and now we're seeing the cause and effect of that. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
I did have a thought, and it's completely gone. There was something that I was thinking, I must mention this week, and it's now gone.
You have to pretend you're not on the show.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that helps.
Pretend you're in the car listening to it. Pretend you're not really here right now, and then maybe it'll come back to you.
Well, there were a couple of other questions that Paul Tassi has kind of gone over in his article, but I'll leave those for other people to kind of look at or listen to him in his video. I'll link in the show notes, but I just thought it was quite interesting to kind of bring up with you guys and get your takes on it, because I think we're all in that kind of same area of like, we love the game, we want to play the game. There's not many people to play the game. There's not much to kind of do in the game if there's nobody there to kind of play the game with you. And you can understand why people kind of drop off. But
yeah, I mean, it is for all of their reworks and trying to make it a competitive experience. It's still a casual, it's still a casual game to play with your friends, by and large. Yes, I mean, there are plenty of people doing solo things and doing feats and trying to make it hard. There's I mean, we've beaten the aging player base to death too. We started with this game a decade plus ago. We're old, we're tired. Some of us have worked a full week and just want to come home and relax and shoot aliens. Some people are raising kids, and the last thing they want to do is then try to have to figure out and manage the video game they're playing in their free time. It's like, I do this as an adult. I just want to come play my video game and shoot aliens. That's all I want to do. Let me swing my lightsaber around, feel powerful, and have a good time with it. This is not the time to make me do all this thinking. To make me make all these decisions. I'm fatigued. Just let me play my game.
And the amount of like armors that they've added to the game and taken out the other armors that were in those playlists are absolutely phenomenal. But it's like I'm just getting tons and tons of it, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm stuck with like I'm getting it, but I'm just throwing it in the vault because I'm like, well, I'll have to deal with that later because I want to just continue to play the game at this point in time. I don't want to have to do the vault management, and that is still an issue of like the vault management system. Like, can we? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Finally in game, we got a little bit better tooling for just seeing what's in your vault, like being able to search and sort by different archetypes or different weapons. Like finally, at least some of that's there. Like, yes, like most people are using dim and whatever, but sometimes if you're in game, you're just like, listen, I just want to go pull this exotic hand cannon out. Like, let me just pull up the list of hand cannons and oh, look, there it is, versus having to sort through everything in my vault to find it with like, the rarity or the when I put it in there last. Like, I'm glad we finally got some of these tools in the game just to make that a little bit better. But you either need to throw less loot at me or you need to give me more space to hold the loot. I know we just got 300 more spaces, but if you're going to throw 16 new armors at me every week, it feels like I need more. I need more space.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of loot the Dawning just threw at us, like we're beyond Borderlands levels of you're just throwing so much stuff at me. I can't possibly care about any of this. Like I don't have time or honestly energy or interest in sorting through it all. So I'm like, sure, I'll keep a handful of these. Hopefully one of them is good, and that'll be that.
It's not wanting to play the game within the game.
Yeah,
I don't want to play the inventory management game.
No, I would just like to play the game itself.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend my time, sorting through my postmaster, looking at dim, making sure I've got room for drops, worrying that I'm going to lose something I might have cared about. It's like, you know what? I'm not going to care about it. It's going to go. It's going to vanish. And if it was something I maybe wanted, I'll never know. It'll be fine. Yeah, it's just it for all the good spot the game is in right now. There's just still just all that. There's a lot of frustration with. Yeah, just like the meta parts of the game taking away from playing the game itself. I don't want to play the spreadsheet game. I don't want to manage inventory. I just want to go complete missions and shoot aliens and collect loot. That's it.
Yeah, no, it's just horrendous, the inventory management game. And it's not a fun game. It doesn't make the game fun. But you know what? I feel like there'd be less inventory management in the game if they'd just left something in place that was there that they decided that they'd put in place to help inventory management to then take out again. Like weapons crafting. Like that'd be good, wouldn't it? If we had like this weapon crafting availability, that'd help.
Yeah.
No, they've given us tier
inventory
5s with
management.
so many different perks on now. It's different. It's the same.
Is that what it is? Is that what it is?
It's
Right.
the different. It's different, but it's the same.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No.
I mean, just be glad they didn't give you 17 lightsabers to go chase. I mean, I was looking at my list of ergo sums the other day. Then again, I still haven't ever really used and should probably just delete at this point. Yep. But and I saw someone make the comment a couple weeks back in a video comment section. It's like, hey guys, just be glad that you have one lightsaber. You're not going and collecting 15 different lightsabers with random rolls or with different things or something on them. So they are learning. We are getting better in that regard of just the sort of the special thing being a little bit different and special. But yeah, there's still just I don't want to inventory manage. I don't want to look at 17 Fimbulwinter stitches and go, which of these is worth keeping, or any of them worth keeping?
Because what would be worth keeping would be the ones that I could craft. That'd be a brilliant idea. But just flogging a dead horse, that, isn't it?
Well, should we move on to some Bungie news?
Sounds like a plan.
So we start with the Game2Give 2026. Heroes made possible by you. and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. So the action kicks off on January 12th. So that's Monday. And I know that because there's a Stranger Things documentary coming out on Monday. And I'm not getting into that. I've already been down the rabbit hole this week.
Not the secret next episode.
As an observer.
Not episode 9.
Yeah, as an observer.
The secret.
We'll talk about that later. No. Apparently it may still be coming, but never mind. Anyway, Game2Give. So it kicks off on January 12th, and support for the Game2Give is extraordinary. The donations that we kind of give help the thousands of pediatric patients facing their toughest days. And we have emblems to give away. They've got shaders to give away. They've got ships and sparrows. Whatever you want in the game, if you donate some money, you can get it in the game. It's amazing. So help some kids and get some stuff done. So if you want to get involved, you can donate to support our mission from January 12th to January 29th. Visit our official Tiltify page to make a donation. And this year's 90s inspired anime collection features a new emblem, ship, sparrow set, manga shader, and ghost shell bundle, returning vaulted emblems and more. So more than 200 content creators are joining forces for a mega stream-a-thon in support of the Bungie Foundation and Game2Give. Catch your favourite creator during their featured block to help drive the community milestones, unlock creator-led incentives, and make real-world impacts together. Create your own fundraising campaign. So ready to power up your support, and you can activate your own fundraising page through the Tiltify, mobilise your community, and unlock exclusive fundraiser incentives. This year's fundraising incentives includes our first ever monogrammed crew neck sweatshirt. Put the call out to your fire team. Game2Give is supercharged when you are squadding up with fellow Guardians to make a difference. Hit up your friends list, let them know about Game2Give and what their support can mean to the community in need. So the event exclusive donor incentives. We have the Take Care Now emblem at $25, the Bridge of Magpie Ship and the Altiers Runner Sparrow bundle for $25. Also for $25, On Your Sleeve shader and the Heart's Oath Ghost bundle shell for $25. Lifetime donation emblems are also available to unlock during Game2Give, and these emblems are inclusive of your donation from all Bungie Foundation campaigns and unlocked at the below milestones. $250 lifetime donor emblem covalence. I think that's that one. $777 is the lifetime donor emblem of the Vander Wallace Force. $1,000. That's the Above and Beyond, and yeah, so that's exclusive stuff. Rally your community. $500 raised is the Forever Guardian emblem. $1,000 raised, exclusive Bungie Foundation fundraiser monogrammed crewneck sweatshirt with the 2026 fundraiser on there. $2,500 raised, name inclusive and physical print of the 2026 Game2Give Hall of Fame poster. $5,000 raised, custom Game2Give 2026 jersey with your name on it. So yeah, we will link those in the show notes. And now I'm going to pass it over to Peroty for This Week in Destiny's Known Issues, because that's all it is in This Week in Destiny. I think realistically they should have just said, look, we had 3 or 4 weeks off last year. We're going to go for that this year, because this TWAB is basically pictures of the things we asked you to do, of cakes and biscuits. You did it, and then we sent us some pictures and we've gone, they're all amazing. We're just going to stick them in this week's TWAB.
I want to know who at Bungie still had the stomach to be able to look at that food, because I looked through it and I thought, oh, man, I'm still the recovery from Christmas. Who at Bungie sat and looked at all these and was like, yeah, no, I can do this. Yeah. I couldn't.
Someone before Christmas, obviously. They said, listen, we're going to give you a longer deadline, but you really got till the 24th to actually be able to look at these and not just want to throw up just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got your food and you've got your Destiny fashion, and then you've got the Renegades soundtrack, which is on YouTube if you want to listen to that. We've gone over the Little Lights and Big Heroes Game2Give 2026. So as I said, it's over to Peroty, because he's got a player support report that is probably longer than anything else.
Probably, because I assume they've been hanging on to all those lovely things that we've identified and know about that now they're going to tell us about. So let's see if that is indeed the case. So we have a character deletion time limit. So with update 9.5.0, we implemented a restriction to how often players can delete and recreate their characters. Players can create and delete characters up to 5 times each before hitting the 24-hour mandatory cooldown. So I assume this is in response to all of the bugs about, hey, if you delete a character and recreate a character, you can do this, that, and the other and exploit these things. So yeah, so you can delete and recreate 5 times 5 times each, and then you have to wait 24 hours before you can do it all again. Presumably that this will give them the time to fix whatever the thing is in game that we are exploiting as characters before doing it a bunch more times. I don't remember specifically, but I know there's been a number of things that were basically on a new character creation, or if you delete a character, then you can XYZ take advantage of this this exploit basically. So I'm sure this is in response to that, because most of us, I don't think, are deleting characters ever, often, unless you're really trying to get something done. I think about deleting characters sometimes, but can't say I've actually gone through with any of it. So yeah, we've got that one. We also have our recent known issues. So please note that only selected issues are listed. So they know about more, they have more, but here are just the ones they want to tell us about. So they're investigating an issue where players logging into multiple characters of the same class can lose weekly shipments. So, just pick a class, have multiple characters, just have one of each. Even if you don't play the other two, just have one of each, because there've been a number of weird bugs around. If you have multiple Titans, Hunters, Warlocks, something's going to break, because the game says, why are there 2 of you? It's the Spider-Man meme, you're pointing at each other. It's not good times. So in the meantime, please make sure you claim any available shipments in Spider's Lounge before logging in to your alternate character of the same class. So pick up all your things, then you can log into your second whatever you have, and presumably it'll work better. The Shader and Darcy weapon ornament in the Darcy bundle does not match the shade of blue of the classic Gnostic helmet. So if you want your blues to match, they don't. But they will at some point, presumably. Crucible matches are not progressing the B grader weekly objective. So if you're trying to play Crucible and get that done, you can't.
I just did.
Well, then unless you're noble, they don't work. If you're noble, then they work fine.
I'm sure I just got that. Good luck. Back in that.
Yeah. Maybe it's working. Maybe it's one of those that's working intermittently. But they just say, hey, they're not doing this. Your Lawless Frontier activities can kick players to orbit if the daily reset time, 9 a.m. PST, which is UTC -8, occurs mid-activity. So, if you're playing something at reset, you might get kicked to orbit. Because now it's a new day, and Destiny doesn't care for that. The final artillery specialist does not always spawn in the Freehold outpost Sabotage, blocking progression through the encounter. Again, he saw what you've done to all his friends and isn't interested in coming out and playing. The display value for the new gear damage resistance is showing as too low. Your combination blow on arc subclasses is not functioning in PvP. So you don't get to have it. Too bad. The weekly Vanguard Alerts challenge are sometimes not resetting at the weekly reset. Lawless Frontier vendor rank-up rewards are being unintentionally gated by Witch Queen ownership. So yeah, I'd seen that one. If you don't own the Witch Queen, you're not able to pick up some of your Lawless Frontier rewards. If Harrow, Dredgen Apprentice destroys a coil as a DPS phase ends, players can become soft-locked and unable to activate another... If Dredgen Harrow Apprentice destroys a coil as a DPS phase ends, players can become soft-locked and unable to activate another DPS phase. So that's the bug we're talking about, not the one where he'll jump into the hole and just never come out and just hang out there forever. Our opening salvo volatile mod is not setting champions when equipped on a sword. Trials of Osiris currently has lobby balancing unintentionally enabled. We prefer our lobbies unbalanced, thank you. The player's ghost can end up in an unreachable spot for reviving in the arms dealer. The Covert Ranger cloak ornament does not properly move with the character model and physics. The description for Vanguard Alerts Challenges weekly objective incorrectly references general activity challenges in its description. The objective can be progressed with the Vanguard Alert activity challenges or Grandmaster Vanguard Alerts. The sweaty confetti combat flare is missing its activation audio. Thought so, because I had it on a couple of guns and I wasn't hearing it, and it made me sad. The Opportunist Triumph is not progressing upon completion of all optional activities. And those are all the things that they see fit most, to tell us most importantly. Again, there's clearly a whole another, batch of things that they haven't put on this list. I know we ran into an issue when we were farming the first encounter of the dungeon, that when you're trying to hit our special red friends with their shields with that taken grenade push, sometimes they will continue to run around in the animation like they're going to explode. They'll just run around in that animation but never explode and then never restart the animation, so it basically soft locks your activity because you just can't strip the shield of the one running around. So good fun. But those are all the things that Bungie feel most important to tell us about this week. And then we have some more art, because why not? We have a Christmas tree of lightsabers, and that's it for their first tweet of 2026. I hope you've had an excellent holiday and your New Year's off to a great start. Now shake all those dawning snowballs off your boots, Destiny 2 community team. And we have a little kitty cat with a gingerbread ghost hidden at the end.
Ooh.
Most importantly.
Yeah.
Are there any sweets left in your house? Do the people get a sweets update? Do the cabinets
still
remain
locked.
secure?
It's still secure. It's still locked.
Sweets remain good.
Yep.
I just checked as well, and the Crucible matches that I was saying that I've just got that for Crucible. No, I didn't. No, I got the B grade. I got the the daily, not the weekly. So no, I lied.
Yep. You were great, but you were not greater.
Yep. No, I'm not greater.
You must achieve higher things than greatness.
I've just put a picture into the Discord, right, into the Patreon channel, because I'm not sharing with the peasants. Right, have you seen the state of the results that I've just come out of? That was a comp game. How did I do that in comp? I'm useless, and I've just come out of comp with a comp.
I'll tell you, because there's nobody else in comp. That's how.
All right,
and I will maintain that comp is the best play. If you're going to play PvP at all and have a decent time, comp is probably the best place to do it, because it's the only place where you're going to have actual matchmaking, like actual people at your skill level. So if your skill level is poor and you're not on with your Trials God friend, you will have a pretty good experience by and large.
Peroty, yeah, have you actually looked at the picture? He's in a team of 3 against 2 people. That's how he's done really well.
Yeah, because the third one quit.
Bungie said
because he was carrying so
this
hard.
This team are rubbish. Let's just put them up against 2.
No, the third one quit.
Yeah, which people also tend to do a lot, especially if you're. Are you doing your 7 placement games, or have you gotten past that?
What's that? Play 7 placement games?
In comp, yeah. Each season.
I don't think I've played 7 games of comp in.
That's what I'm assuming. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So I mean, in those placement games, the placement games especially, they're just like, let's see where you are. So you can. I feel like you can get a little bit, harder or easier opponents in those games, but pretty much like in comp, it's going to put you up against people that are basically your strength and basically your skill level.
Yeah, so, I really enjoyed that game.
Like it's ironic, and it doesn't feel like it should be the case. But comp is one of the better places to play PvP if you want to have a good experience with it.
I'm glad you were nice about it to me, Peroty, and back me up. You didn't just try and be mean to me like Damon did.
I'm sitting here looking at. I'm sitting here seeing you with your 7 kill streak and your 3.5 KD. I get it. I mean, that was basically the game I had the other day in Control. The first one of just like, hey, I'm really good at this, and then the next game, hey, you're not so good at this. Just a reminder.
Title of this week's episode: Nobles cheating in comp.
There we go.
Cheers, Bet. Thanks.
That's all right.
Not Demon stabs his kids. Mr. Scrooge.
No, that was we established that at Christmas. We don't need to keep going into that. I am not starving them. I am limiting the amount of sweets. They still have sweets. in their
Look,
room.
he's off again.
Yet they want the stuff in the cupboard.
I'm pretty sure
No.
they would argue that's the same thing.
Yep.
Anyway,
Yep.
now's the time I normally kind of tell people about what's happening this week in Destiny now in the show. But I've decided this year maybe I won't put those in the podcast. Maybe I'll just leave those to go on YouTube because some people like them, some people don't. I'll wait for somebody to complain that it's taken out of the show, but I'm telling you now, I'm taking it out of the show. There you go.
Nobody's going to complain that you take that out of the show. People are just happy that I'm here. I've seen
Yeah,
all
I
these
guess so.
comments now. I'm going by every week and checking now just to try and stroke my ego.
I know you are.
I went last night and I had a look and I was like, look at this glorious person listening that's loving me. Stop it. No, please, go on, continue. Carry on. It's fantastic. I love it. Thank you.
But I will say something about the This Week in Destiny stuff. This week, I waited until the TWAB came out because I was like, I wonder if we're going to get something next week like an Iron Banner. Cross my fingers, hope to die kind of. An Iron Banner comes back next week. And it was like, nothing. And I'm like, right, so we've had a week of nothing in between the dawning. I mean, I don't get it. It's like, try and entice some players to come back and play. Just give us something, a call to give us a call to arms.
Yeah,
I mean,
call to arms would be good if we could get that hand cannon
Yeah,
back again. It's a
I
drop
kinda-
man. I'd be happy with that.
no, it's
thought we
changed.
were-
All the weapons have changed now. That's it. You don't get that now.
Yeah, like I kind
No,
of thought
I
we were
didn't know
getting
about
a
that.
call to arms this week at first, or maybe I misread what I was looking at, and it was next week or week after or something. I don't know. I kind of thought we were getting a call to arms this week, and that was post dawning. But
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
can't remember, and I haven't looked it up to be honest. But I was like, I'll wait until the 12 comes out because if there's an event happening next week, I need to tell people in This Week in Destiny video. And nothing came out. I'm like, so
I'm
yeah, there's nothing happening next week with the event. So you've got another week of just doing Renegade stuff. Then,
I'm not gonna lie.
ta-da!
I thought there was going to be an Iron Banner next week because I looked at Peroty's name earlier on in the clan roster and I thought, oh look, Peroty, and then I noticed that he's got the wrong emblem on Peroty. That's not a Peroty emblem. And I thought that's an
Oh.
Iron Banner emblem. The only
It-
time Peroty changes
That's
his
bananas.
emblem is for Iron Banner. So why? I thought there must have been one coming as well. To be fair, but that's Peroty's fault.
Yeah, no, it was because I was on the Warlock, and the Warlock changes around, and I decided it was time to remove our festive things and put on our normal clothes.
Yeah.
Holidays are over, so I was like, the banana emblem. Maybe if we remind Bungie this exists, then maybe we'll get one day.
With the upcoming events that they told us about way back on the 13th of November, again, I can link it in the show notes if anybody's interested. But it says upcoming events. The Dawning is in December, and then Arms Week, it's just got January. So a rotation of featured weapons continues with our next Arms Week focus on bows, complete with a new limited time mods, and then Guardian Games comes in March, and then Call to Arms mid-season is April, and then Iron Banner TBD. Heavy Metal TBD, and I'm like, right, so Dawning's over, and yeah, we haven't.
Cares about Iron Banner.
Dawning's
But
over. Full stop.
how have we gone? How have we gone from having 3 to 4 Iron Banners in a season to having 1 in a season? It's
Because they realise that Iron Banner sucks.
And this is the last
Even
time you'll
if-
see Noble.
even if
That's the
Iron
end
Banner
of Noble
sucks.
Demon will never invite him back again.
even if Iron Banner sucked and people don't like Iron Banner, just to have something different for that week for people to go, oh, okay, I might try it. Maybe if they've reprised a weapon that's a tier 5 that I could kind of go and get, or an armor's back that is tier 5 that could kind of go and get, but there's like nothing. And I really did think, I thought, coming out the Dawning, maybe the first week back, they're going to go, right, there's nothing this week. And, I put in This Week in Destiny, it's just a week of doing Renegade stuff. And then with this next week coming up, I really did think that there would be something like the Call to Arms or even a push Iron Banner, but not to, I know they haven't mentioned it. And then TBD'd it way back in November. It's like, why? Even just to give us one before the mid-season refresh and then one in the mid-season refresh, I'd be kind of happy with. But it's like, it's not broken. But
they did say that it was going on a hiatus quite a while ago, though, didn't
No,
they?
no.
That
that was in that was the Edge of Fate. It was on hiatus in the Edge of Fate, and it was going to come back with the Ashen Iron update.
yeah, and they brought it back with the Ashen Iron update, and it still sucked.
No, it was fine. That's what I don't get. It was fine. It was still the same Iron Banner. It was like, well, there's two playlists. You can either play Control or you can play this other one. There was a new set of armor. There was a couple of reprised weapons, but it was just different from what we've kind of got now. And it's only there for a week. It's not hurting anybody. I don't get it. I really don't.
Do you know what they should do?
What?
They should throw Gambit in once a week.
Yeah.
Just give us Gambit once every now and again.
Yeah, I'd even accept that. That's gone on hiatus for way too long.
That's been on hiatus for a very long time as Gambit. Like it's been completely pointless, really.
I mean, because
For
everything
quite a
else,
while.
because everything else is Gambit. Renegades, Gambit, Lawless Frontier, it's all Gambit.
Gambit, yeah.
Go pick up these things and put them in a box. Go pick up these things and take them over here.
Yeah,
they basically just taken the Gambit formula and put it everywhere.
Yeah.
You know,
and yet still everybody says that Gambit sucks.
Gambit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Gambit. You want to go to a game that you don't have to wait for time on? Gambit. Still people over there. Still people playing it. Still loads quickly. Has all the same bugs it's had for the last 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
Yep. And yet still people love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So yeah, welcome back to old men moaning about the game that they like to play sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back to Back in My Day.
Back in my day,
Back in the wall.
Night Demon used to give us some videos to watch, and he's about to now. So I've got Legolas Flash giving you the Riptide 2.0 dethrones the #1 fusion rifle. Hear Me Out from Astacross about the Fimbulwinter Snitch. Or Fimbulwinter Stitch, that's the one.
That's a fantastic sidearm, by the way.
No, but you've got to hear Astacross out.
Yeah, but I don't care about Asteros. I used that a couple of weeks ago playing Trials with Peroty and Blue. And it was stupid amounts of fun. And I really enjoyed it. And we went in and we were like, just provided we kill one person, it's all right, we'll get rewards. And that, provided we kill one person, turned into, but can I kill him with a mini hammer? or can I kill him with this? And it became like not competitive because we all pretty much sucked, but it became very fun. And I really enjoyed that side out in Trials. Great. And I've just used it again in that game of comp that I was in, and I really enjoyed it again. So there you go.
He claims he's not any good at it, but see, he's been holding back on his demon. He can sit here and carry us to the lighthouse. He is a PvP god. He just hasn't told us.
I really enjoyed mini hammering that game. That guy in that game in I've just said the word Trials. I really enjoyed mini hammering him and killing him. I remember screaming quite loudly that I killed him with a mini hammer. I've been really excited about it. So, mini hammer, ha! Brilliant. Anyway, sorry.
That's all right.
I'll hear you out instead.
The new king. So we've got a new weapon that is amazing according to Astacross. It's the Eternia 4, which is the pulse rifle, the rocket pulse rifle that is in the secondary slot, which is Arc. So he's got a video on that. I've got a video on the Hawthorne's Field Forge shotgun, and it's actually good, according to Northern Ranger. Heretic did the most underrated sniper in Destiny 2 Renegades, which is the something. And then I've got the Gizmo Weft God Roll. That's from That Unknown. So there's only something that the Gizmo Weft can do, and he's going to let you know about it. I've got a video on the Permafrost from Astacross. That Unknown has got you covered with the Minstrel Lift. And then I think, apart from Paul Tassi, that's it. Unless you want all the videos I've watched on Stranger Things and the clues and the breakdowns of that. But you don't want that now.
No.
That's the other secret show.
I was listening to you talk about Stranger Things the other week, and I thought, oh my God, I feel like I've watched an episode of it, and I've never watched a single episode of Stranger Things.
See, the magic of radio.
There you go.
I feel like I want to watch it now after you guys talking about it. And I was like, yeah,
there you go.
It's like you
You
Like
should
were
watch
hired
it.
Like you were hired by Netflix.
You should
shows
watch
on
it.
Netflix.
Give it a go.
Netflix pays well. I mean, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Anything from you guys?
For videos, really? No,
Well,
absolutely not.
sometimes you do surprise us and go, "Yeah, I've watched one this week."
Once,
So,
yeah,
I'm just
once in
checking.
a blue
Just
moon.
checking.
I'm trying to remember what we talked about last week, and my brain is just like, did you talk about these? Did you not? And I simply don't remember.
We didn't put anything in last week because it was a semi kind of Bungie not being here. We rambled.
A
And
lot.
did nothing.
Yeah, I know we rambled. I couldn't remember if we had. I know at the end we started talking about some Destiny, and I couldn't
We did,
remember
yeah.
if we had actually gotten to the Destiny and actually included videos or not.
No, we didn't include any videos. We did talk Destiny.
No, last week's episode was literally like actual old men shout at clouds.
Because really,
I'm younger than you guys,
with,
so I'm gonna claim it's not quite as old this week.
yeah, bringing some youth to the show.
Last week was definitely old man shouts at cloud.
Yeah, which I mean, to be fair, is what this would turn into if we didn't have a TWAB or some direction to lead us. We would just stare into the abyss and shout about things because that's what we do now. All right, there's a chance I've mentioned these before, but we'll throw these in here and yeah. At this point, I'm just gonna also just say go look at Maven's channel because she's just putting out good stuff all the time about builds, weapons, where to get things. I know Marshix has put out the How to Farm Everything Solo in 2026. So if you're looking at currencies, if you come back to the game, if you're low on something, hey, here's where to go farm all the things. Which is just sort of an evergreen need. Somebody somewhere needs something and they're trying to get a hold of it. Here's where you can find it. Blue sent me Llama's build of I'll admit it, this Titan build is actually busted. LMAO. Another, Stronghold, Banner of War, murder all the things build because that's what the season is. Stronghold Titans standing there and laying waste to everything. Because I've been looking for some kind of decent-ish build on my Titan for PvP, I have Ill Physics' the most underrated PvP exotic in Destiny, which is a Mask of the Quiet One. So you can run around with that and murder people. I feel like I know I talked about farming every Martlake God roll, so you don't have to, that Maven posted. But I don't remember if I talked about it on a show or not, or just with these two not on a show. But I'll put that in there because it was the weapon that was up this weekend before Bungie took it away from us. So I was just like, hey, it's here. You can get a couple versions of it and try it out. But no, you can't because they've taken it away and given you the Astral Horizon instead. Destiny Fun Please has is this the secret god roll on the Comp SMG? It was cooking. So Noble, if you want the secret god roll, there you go. You can get your peculiar charm. If you didn't get one for baking cookies and getting gifts in return.
No, I didn't know.
Oh, there you go. Now's your chance. Dado has how heat weapons actually work in all their god rolls, which I didn't quite realize, about some of the reloading. If you do a perfect reload where it's at 90-something%, you can get a much faster reload out of some of these heat weapons. And then finally, a roll that a build that I need to put together. DUQK Duck. I can't remember how he pronounces it. He has big blaster barricades of just throw your barricade down and get all sorts of strand, fire, and stasis nonsense. It's a build that I'm trying to see if I have enough armor on the Titan to put this together properly. It just seems like stupid fun of just throw your barricade down and just have chaos erupt from everywhere. So yeah, good fun. So that's what I've got for this week, and I've also got some patrons to thank. Noble, who's here, Golden God 1562, the man coming from Texas, Feral, Wart Wizard, our lovely grenade-throwing patrons, and of course, the man that we've challenged to buy every cat cosmetic, Renard Collant. We've threatened him with cats, we threatened him with a good time, and we threaten all our patrons, lovingly, of course. So yeah, thank you to all of you for hanging out, listening to us old men yell at clouds, and sometimes, every now and again, talk about Destiny as well. Stay tuned for Night Demon's new Stranger Things podcast coming soon to a podcast player near you, at least in his own mind. And thank you for joining us. Exactly. Thank you for joining us. Your Titan to Peroty and Night Demon. Your guest star Noble is here, being a noble, getting us the other 5 stars we deserve. If you want to leave us a rating on places where you can rate podcasts, you should do that because other people could listen to us yell at clouds. Because we're going to be here until they turn the servers off. which might be next week, might be 10 years from now. Hard to say. But yeah, you can find the show wherever you get your podcast. We are everywhere. Just search Two Titans and a Hunter. Email the show, twotitansandahunter@hotmail.com. Or just go to YouTube, watch that new episode, enjoy the 801 video, see the Eververse good, and 19 will tell you what Crucible mode should be up this week, or at least his best guess. Go there, leave a comment, tell us how much you appreciate Noble, and maybe he'll be back. All the show notes, all the videos we talk about, twotitansandahunter.com. If you want to join the Otter Dance Troop, throw us with a good time, throw more grenades, patreon.com/TTH. If you're looking for more casual encounter, buy the nice 19-minute coffee at coffee.com/twotitansandahunter. Sorry, there's no buymeatea.com, at least that I'm aware of, so maybe there'll be a British version that somebody will start. And you can go to twitch.tv/twotitansandahunter, and you should hit the button there, because something might happen. And then you'll know. And then your day will be just that much brighter. Until next week, tell the people goodbye, gents.
Goodbye, gents.
Two Titans and a Hunter, a Destiny 2 podcast.
Do you think we could start a new one, which could be like
new one what?
www.buythekidsasweet.co.uk?
Go fund me. Yeah.
Go
fund my kids.
Unlockthecabinet.co.uk.
I hate all of you.
Boltcuttersneeded.com.